So I've just popped out to the woods, hoping to get an image really, but it's not particularly exciting. It's very overcast and it's very windy. I'm not really sure I'm going to get an image, but sometimes you have to force yourself to go out and at least try. I don't have to force myself to take an image, but I definitely have to force myself to try. Hello mate. So in this woodland that I'm in, there's quite a lot of silver birch trees, and I'm thinking that might be the aim of the game today. Try and find a composition that has those silver birch trees, maybe against a background of sort of orange leaves and like the darker trees in the background. That's what I'm going to try and look for. Maybe we'll find something. Not gonna lie, this is a challenge. There's quite a lot of things to look at, but none of it's particularly composition worthy. If you have a glorious sunrise and the light is shining on a particular thing, that can be your subject. Yeah, I haven't really seen anything that's grabbed my attention, but no worries, I'll keep looking. Just in this field of like tufty yellow grass, and these tufts have really nice like contrast and shape. I'm wondering if there's a composition to be had here, maybe using these tufts of grass as like a lead-in, a foreground interest. So I think this is my composition. It's mainly using these tufts here to lead you into the tree on the hill. This lovely sort of roundish bare tree. So I've got my my 17-40, my super wide angle lens, and I'm just gonna fill the frame with these tufts, with the tree being at the top of the frame. This is definitely going to be a black and white image. I have no interest in the colour distracting you from the image. I'm literally just interested in the contrast and the shape of the tufts leading you up to that tree. So it's definitely a black and white. I'm going to go for an aperture of 16, and I'm going to focus somewhere between the tree and the grass here in the foreground. See if we can get as much in focus as we can. I quite like a high shutter speed as well, just because it's really windy. I don't want everything moving and looking blurry, which might be a challenge because that's going to mean we're going to have to boost the ISO. Let's see how we go. It's not too bad, you know. That's 1/15 of a second, f/16, ISO 320. It was only once I'd got home and processed this image that I found I really enjoy it. The tones, the shape and the lines leading to the tree all make for quite a nice composition. I was surprised, but I'm pretty pleased with this one. Yeah, that's alright. I'm still quite intent on getting a really minimalist shot of like the silver birch trees against like a background of darker trees. And as I've climbed up this hill, I've noticed that if I were to go to the top of the hill over there, I might be able to shoot down into the valley and I can see just a line of silver birch trees at the beginning of the forest there. So that's quite exciting. I'm going to go over and have a look. The problem I'm seeing now is as I've gotten a little closer, naturally the composition changes. Behind the silver birch trees is this like really bright green field. Nonetheless, we'll see how it looks, and I can still darken it in post, so it's not like it's all lost. So this lens is the Canon 70-300. So I don't know if this ever happens to you, but sometimes you look through the viewfinder and it just looks rubbish. Actually, it just looks really, really rubbish. Yeah, I'm just not interested by it at all. We're at f5, ISO 160 and 50th of a second. It's not great. I think I'm just going to move on from this frame actually. I'm not interested by it at all. I spent a lot of time working on this image in Lightroom, but there wasn't really any saving it. I find it really messy and chaotic, and there are far too many distracting elements in the frame. Never mind. So I've just stopped, and it looks like there was a fire here a while back, and the ground is like black, this really rich black colour. I think there's a composition to be had around here. I'm not quite sure where. I think the game plan here is focus on the little details. Like you have all of these like wiry, jagged, like elephant graveyard looking burnt bits of tree. And I think that might be a good start. There's just so much to look at. It's hard to pick something out. From high up, everything sort of merges into one. But when you get down low, and you get down low thick enough for the yellow grass to really like create like a big thick background, everything starts to stand out. I think there's a composition here, just a little one, just to focusing on this little shrub that's been all burnt up. I've spent about 15 minutes in this area trying to find something. I found this little shrub and I framed it up, I've shot it, and I just don't like it. I'm just really forcing the image and it's just not working. I don't know what it is, I don't know. You know, sometimes a nice thing to look at just doesn't make a nice picture. I think I'm done. I think I've had enough actually this morning. It's just not been that inspiring. I'm glad it came out, but I'm actually starting to get a little bit frustrated. So yeah, I think I'm going to pack up and head back now. Never mind, these things happen. Sometimes you come out and you get a good photo, and sometimes you don't, and that's okay. In this age of social media and the highlight reel portrayal of life and success, I think it's equally important to show the times when things don't go well and you don't get an incredible shot. Being left feeling frustrated is not a nice feeling, but it's a key part of the learning process and something I value nonetheless. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, a like and a subscribe are most appreciated. Thanks for watching.